Hello everyone, welcome to TAM TV. We're here in a huge rivalry game, the first of the series. We're going to have Caden Dosa on the bump for the TAM facing off against Redwood. Caden was able to get the first out on a drop third strike. First pitch misses outside. Went fastball there. That one's right in there, good pitch to hit, but popped up to the third baseman. Buxton struggles a little bit finding it, but able to put it away while battling the light. Dosa sets and delivers. Fastball on the outside part of the plate for a strike. Breaking ball got away from him. Above the eye level of the batter. At the plate is number 7, Charlie Welch. Steals. Dosa takes a second. Done a really nice job with the first 2 outs of the inning. Looking to get the third here, make it a 1-2-3 inning. Comes in with a great pitch for the strikeout. Great inning for Caden Dosa.
Who's to say what's impossible they forgot? This world keeps spinning with each new day. I can feel a change in everything, and as the surface breaks, reflections fade, but in some ways they remain the same. And as my mind begins to spread its wings, there's no stopping curiosity. I wanna turn the whole thing upside down. I'll find the things they say just can't be found. I'll share this love I find with everyone. We'll sing and dance to Mother Nature's songs. I don't want this feeling to go away. Who's to say I can't do everything, but I can try. And as I roll along, I begin to find.
Leading off this inning for Tam High is going to be Jake Moore, the center fielder. Jake's been extremely productive in the leadoff spot this year for Tam. He's batted .357. First 2 pitches for balls. Rory Minty's on the bump for Redwood. That pitch is in there. A little bit of arm side run on the fastball. Nice curveball, drops right in there. Jake watched it go by. Jake Moore has the lone home run on the year. Fouls that one back, staying alive. Count stays at 2-2. On deck, we'll have Matteo Bellissimo. Jake takes that one high. That'll bring the count to full. That ball is inside, and the leadoff man will be walked, and that'll bring up Matteo Bellissimo. Matteo steps into the box, leading the whole TAM team in batting average. One of the best batting averages in all of MCAL. And that is no fluke. He also has the most ABs on TAM, so he's had lots of production for us this year. He's batting .483, the highest among qualified hitters. That one's chopped back, lands foul. Rory Minty offering mostly a fastball curveball mix. There's the curveball in the dirt. Evens the count at 1-1. That ball's low. 2-1's the count. Rory Minty has one of the lowest ERAs in all of Marin County. He has a .77 ERA. My guess that would be the lowest amongst starting pitchers. Matteo absolutely wears that one. Got him right in the shin-knee area. That's a tough pitch to take. Right to the knee. And that'll bring up Caden Dosa with 2 men on. Bernstein's going to have a word with him, talk to him about his approach. I'm sure he's letting Caden know that Rory's struggling to find the strike zone right now and really don't want to do anything to help him out. Make him come to you, sit on one pitch, and if you don't get that pitch, let it go by. There's the fastball at the knees for a strike. Despite walking the first 2 men, Rory has opened all 3 at-bats with a strike. So he's starting out strong, and he's losing the batters later in the count. There's the off-speed. Caden swings over it. Catcher has a hard time finding it in the dirt. Runners stay put, though. Caden Doso is batting .409 on the year. Second best batting average on the team behind Matteo Bellissimo, providing great production out of the 3 spot in the order. Rory looks at the runner at second. Jake goes, and that ball is cracked, but just foul. So Jake had a great jump on that one. He would have scored on that. Dosa would have had himself a double if it stayed fair. And potentially Mateo would have scored, but no runs come across on that foul ball. Caden's going to have to walk back and try to do it again with an 0-2 count. Still no outs here with 2 strikes. 2 runners on. On deck we'll have Charlie Blau. That pitch is right down the middle, hit pretty well. Center fielder was shifted over to left, but he's able to range over eventually and get that one. I think if Jake was tagging there, he might have had a chance at getting an extra base, but he was not.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is H to the OV.
So that'll bring up Charlie Blau with 1 out. Still runners on first and second.
You can call me CEO of the ROC. Fresh out the frying pan.
Blau batting in the cleanup spot today. On deck we have Hoffman, Joachim. They're going to go for the pickoff at first. First baseman left a little early there on the pickoff. Rory sets. And Jake's going again, so is Mateo. It's a good throw. And they say they've got him at third. So great throw from the catcher. Nice tag by Cole McGowan at third. And they've got the lead runner. Fortunately, Mateo is going as well. So we still have a runner in scoring position. Blau still has an opportunity to bring home a run here with 2 outs. That pitch is off the plate. Brings the count to 1-1. That pitch is called a ball. Rory paying a little bit of attention to the runner on second. Really just has to come towards Blau now and get this third out. That pitch misses. The pitch count is climbing at this point for Rory. Definitely a stressful first. Gotten some good breaks though. A couple things have gone his way. Worked it back to 2 outs. Only 1 runner on. He sets. That ball is high, fouled off. Brings the count to full. Rory sets. Throws a curve piece, low but fouled off. Good piece of hitting by Blau to get a little bit of the bat on that one. Stays alive. That pitch at the knee is a little low, and that'll bring a man to first base and bring Hoffman to the plate. Hoffman's been great for Tam ever since he got off the transfer portal. That ball's popped up to the first baseman, running hard, able to get there in time and put it out for out number 3. Coming to the plate is number 30, Bove for Redwood, batting just around 300 on the year. Third most plate appearances for all of the Redwood roster. First pitch off the plate for a ball. Caden Dosa has the second best ERA for TAM this year with a .91 ERA. Great diving stop by Hoffman. Tough throw to first. Can't be picked by Mateo. Not sure if it would have been in time regardless. But what a stop to keep that ball in the infield by Hoffman. Completely laid out there. Full extension. Great hustle play. That'll bring Justin to the plate, the second baseman. Dosa checks on the runner at first with a pickoff move. Justin squares the bunt but pulls back and fires away on a swing. Swings through that ball. Dosa looking to work quick here. But Justin is not in the box yet. Now he steps in. Another pickoff move. Keeping the runner honest at first. Dosa sets. Spikes that fastball in the dirt. That'll move Bove over to second. So now a runner on second with no outs. And the count is 1-1. Blau calls time. Maybe didn't get the sign from Bernstein. Jessen rocking the no gloves look. Not sure if I love it. Big curveball at his head. Able to duck out of the way of that one. Two balls, one strike. Squares to bunt yet again. Good pickoff move. Hoffman thought he might have had him, but just a tad late. Squares to bunt. Puts this one down, but foul. Redwood sticking with the bunt in this situation. I'm sure they'll come away from it now with two strikes. Batter choking up on the bat. Gonna have to battle here. 2-2 the count. Another pickoff move. This one not as close. That is gonna make it 5 pickoff moves and no outs. Big curveball. He does bunt with 2 strikes. And they're just able to get the out in time at first. So the sacrifice bunt does work, and the runner advances to third. That'll bring our pitcher for the day up to the plate, Rory Minnie. Looking to offer himself some run support here with a runner on third. Off speed doesn't quite come back into the zone. Started off the plate and ended up still off the plate. We talked about Rory's stellar pitching numbers, but he's also doing well for himself at the plate, batting .300 on the year. Big curve piece comes back in the zone this time. That's for strike one. Caden going to really have to work himself out of this jam. Almost a strikeout situation here. Strikeout situation or soft contact, ideally. Nice high fastball, just misses. A little bit off the plate. Three balls, one strike. Caden does have the open base at first. Comes into Rory with strike two. That'll bring the count to full. Full count here in a somewhat of a strikeout situation. We'll see what pitch Caden chooses. The payoff pitch. Curve piece. That's blasted to right. I'm not sure if it's going to have enough to get out of here. It'll die at the warning track, but it will be enough to bring home the first run of the ball game. So Redwood strikes first in the second inning. Score is now 1-0. That brings to the plate the sophomore Soye. That could also be pronounced Sol or Sol, but I'm going to say Soye because it sounds cool. Curveball in the dirt. Batter thought about going, but held up. That ball is ripped to the third baseman. Should have been an easy put out, but it's in the dirt past Mateo. They might reward the runner at second base. I'm not sure. No, I think it was kept in play. So the runner will stay at first. So Tam was almost out of the inning, but errant throw to first base will extend the inning. Runner goes. Pitch isn't handled well by Blau. Squirts away from him. Oh, but the pitch was fouled off. So the runner will have to go back to first on the dead ball. Dosa checks on the runner at first. Diligent with the pickoffs this inning. Redwood is taking considerable leads at first, though, so I can't blame him. A good three-step lead at first. The pitch out. He is going. And it's a great throw from Blau, and the tag is good as well for out number 3.
Mr. Lover. She call me Mr. Bombastic. Tell me fantastic.
Tyler Buxton, the junior, will lead off the inning for Tam High. Tam will look up to make the deficit this inning. Curveball off the plate. Minty sets and delivers in the dirt. Ball 2 to start out that bat. Buxton batting 159 on the year. Threw close to 60 at bats. This will be a 60 at that bat right here. Again, low for ball 3. That one's there for a strike. Buxton looked to be taking all the way. That one, same location, maybe a tad lower, but still a strike. So that'll make it a full count. Buxton has yet to swing. Gonna have to battle here. And the high fastball swung on and missed for strike 3.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Colin Byers been on a tad of a hot streak recently. First pitch in there for a strike at the knees. Fastball. That ball right there. Not sure what Byers was looking for. Maybe he's waiting for an off-speed pitch. Might get it here on 0-2. And there it is, the off-speed, but popped up to first base. Put away easily. And that'll bring Carson Frame to the plate. First pitch taken for a ball. Carson Frame batting .220 on the year. Had some clutch moments for the Hawks this year. That ball's off the plate, but called a strike. My bad. 1-1's the count. Right there, hit well to short to second, but put out easily for out number 3.
You gotta go to some heat, man. Calm down. You come.
Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eye, dog, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be, and trying to take my life away. I put up with me, my back on the wall, now you gon' see. Better watch how you talk when you talk about me, cause I'm coming for way many men. Many men wish death on me, Lord. I don't cry no more, don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me. Put money on my head, go on, get your refund. diamond in the dirt that ain't been found. I'm the underground king, and I ain't been crowned. When I rhyme, something special happen every time. I'm the greatest, something like Ali in his prime.
Caden Dose looking to deliver another quality inning for the Red-tailed Hawks. First pitch put on the ground to short. Hoffman throws to Mateo. And again, another mishap. Not able to be handled at first. Combination of not the best throw and maybe inability to pick the ball. And that'll lead to a runner on first. Throw is definitely well awry. Can't really put that one on Mateo at first. That'll bring Rory Coughlin to the plate. Our catcher for today. Squares to bunt. Misses that one, and the runner is caught between first and second. Mateo throws to second, and he's able to get the out. So some low IQ base running from the runner on first, and it leads to a Tamalpais out. So no harm, no foul on the throwing error from Hoffman. Able to get the out there. Also bring the count to 0-1 on the missed bunt attempt. When you've got the bunt and steal on at the same time, it's really crucial to get that bunt down. Or, if you're stealing, to go all the way. Curveball checked on. And the umpire's going to check with the ump at first, and they're going to call it a strike. He did go. 2 strikes, the payoff. And he swings on that one way over it. Great curve piece from Caden Dosa for out number 2. That'll bring us back to the top of the order. Brinkenhoff comes to the plate. Dosa delivers. Again, they're squaring a bunt. I think that's got to be the 5th batter to attempt a bunt. Redwood sticking with it. I mean, they haven't exactly hit Caden too well so far. Not a lot of solid contact to go around. So I understand the approach. That ball swung on again. Big whiff for strike 2. Brinkerhoff pops that one up to center field. Moore is under it for out number 3.
Tough, tough, tough. Give it head taps, leg tap, tap, tap. They said that they were with it, but it's cap, cap, cap. Aiming at your fitted, push it back, back.
Colin Lamb steps into the plate for Tam High, the leadoff man. Rory delivers, two-seam at the knees for a strike. Colin Lamb been batting really well as of late, always putting the ball in play. That ball is at the knees inside for a ball, evens the count at 1-1. Puts a good swing on that one, but sent foul. Rory goes ahead in the count 1-2. After Colin Lamb, we'll have the top of the order. Jake Moore, Matteo Bellissimo, and then Caden Dosa. Tam News is out here at the game, covering it. Maybe we'll see an article soon, depending on how exciting this game ends up being. It's a good one so far. That two-seam fastball comes back over the plate for a strike. Really beautiful pitching. Big looping curveball, doesn't quite catch the zone. Called high at the shoulders. Jake Moore looking to add a spark here at the top of the order. He was walked in his last at-bat to lead off the game. Jake Moore not seeing a whole lot of strikes today so far. Puts a good rip on that one. Good pitch to hit, but just misses it. Fouled back to the backstop. Matteo Bellissimo showing some hustle. Trying to come help the ump out with the ball. Rory Minty sets and delivers a fastball at the knees and off the plate for ball 3. Minty throws another fastball. It's grounded to short. It's going to be close at first. And it's a pass ball. Jake's rounding for second. Not backed up well by the catcher, so he'll be in there standing. With a single turned error, advanced to second.
Here we go, home run.
Quick word at the mound between the catcher and Rory. They're going to intentionally walk Matteo Bellissimo, and that'll bring Caden Dosa to the plate. Bold strategy called in. Let's see if it pays off. I'm not sure if Dosa is the guy you want to work towards with an intentional walk. But I guess they really did not want to pitch Matteo in this spot with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. That ball is low. Fastball at the shins. The one benefit of walking Matteo there is that you do put the double play ball in check. Rory curveball Dosa a little ahead of that one, but puts a great swing on it. Barrels it, but just a bit ahead of it and 2 inside. Couldn't keep it fair. Rory delivers. The runners are going again. This time, Jake's going to be in there safe. And Mateo advances to second as well. So a bold move there by Bernstein to stick with the 2-man steal. But it pays off this time, moving both runners into scoring position. And the count will be 2-1 for Caden Dosa, looking to do some damage. Rory's going to step off. On deck, we'll have Charlie Blau. That ball's popped up way high and way out of play. That ball was not playable as it was past the left line. Redwood fans are cheering, but I'm not sure they know the rules. I guess they got a little practice run in there. Jake decided to go home for a second. But he'll have to return. So Dosa will remain in the batter's box with the 2-2 count. Calls time briefly to gather himself. I couldn't see it from here, but I'm guessing that the left fielder made a nice play on the ball in out-of-play territory. So there was a bit of confusion of whether that should be an out or not, but it certainly should not. Dosa fouls it off again. It seems that Dosa is all over these pitches, just a tad bit in front. If he can sit back on that curveball, I'm sure he'll give it a jolt. Minty sets and delivers. Again, fouled off. This one way out of play. Count is still 2-2. Rory stares in, gets the sign, throws the curveball. Again, fouled back. A great battle from Caden Dosa. I believe he's seen at least eight pitches this at-bat. And the strategy with intentionally walking Mateo Bellissimo was that instead of just pitching around him, throwing him stuff he can't hit, you don't run up the pitch count and you just give him first base. But now you have to face Caden Dosa and you throw an 8-pitch at-bat, and you kind of get the same result, but with an extra runner on base. So this hasn't played out so well from Redwood. But Tam has yet to make it hurt, really. So Dosa, really big spot for him here. A single would give Tam the lead, most likely. Again, fouls it back. He's on everything. He nods his head yes. He likes what he sees. That's the first fastball he's seen in a while. He's been getting a lot of off-speed. It seems like he's sitting fastball, just given how in front of every pitch he's been. There's the fastball again, this one low. At the shins. Great take from Caden Dosa. Definitely in protect mode, so really impressive take there. Count is full. A little confusion on if time was called there. The payoff pitch. That ball's hit well to the pitcher. Ricochets off him, and that's going to score one. Mateo's rounding for two. It's a good throw to home, and he's safe. Oh, called out, though. I thought he got under the tag. Wow. He was way under that tag. I mean, by a mile. I mean, the tag was just applied way too late on his thigh. You want that tag to be on his toes and feet. The whole crowd kind of knows it. The blue was the only one that didn't.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is O. H to the OV. I used to make little kids.
Blau will step in here. So one run was scored. The game is tied. Blau just misses that one. It's going to be a high sky to the second baseman. Lost it for a second, but able to make the put out. Dosa takes the mound for his fourth inning. His first challenge will be Cole McGowan. The game is now tied at 1-1. I'm watching the playback on TAM TV. You guys had a great angle at home plate. And I thought the runner was way under the tag. But they were not given the call. Nice pitch from Dosa at the letters. The 1-1 pitch off the plate. 2-1's the count. Curveball taken by McGowan. Great take on a good pitch. That'll make the count 3-1 here. And that pitch will be an easy take for ball 4. Bernstein's going to have a little chat with Caden at the mound. No one warming up at the Tam bullpen here in the 4th inning. The pitch count stayed relatively low, only throwing 40 pitches. I'm sure he has a few more innings in him. Maybe not a few, but a couple. Maybe discussing how they're going to handle the runner at first. At the plate for Redwood is Charlie Welch. Dosa sets, delivers, the runner goes. A good throw from Blau is going to get him at second. Blau is now 2 for 2 on runner stealing. Just a great throw on the mark. Led Hoffman's tag right into the runner. Not the greatest jump at first either. Definitely helped a little bit. Blau sets up off the plate for a ball. Dosa with a curveball that drops back in there, but is hit well up the middle. Welch did a great job of sitting on that pitch, waiting for it to come into the zone. Bove will come to the plate, batting 1 for 1 on the day. Dosa checks on the runner at first. Wouldn't be surprised if Redwood tried stealing again. But Blau is in the groove. He made a couple of great throws down. Caught a couple of runners now. Curveball at the eyes. Drops down to the shoulders, but it's still a ball. Caden offering mostly the fastball curveball so far today. Dosa sets. That curveball comes back over the plate for strike 2. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it's 1-1. Dosa checks on the runner at first, gives him a peer, and now he's going to throw over. Just a courtesy check. Mateo decides not to apply a tag. And another great curveball, same as the last one in their first strike. Challenge fastball at the letters, fouled back to the fence. Dosa's got a lot of count to work with here. Only 1 ball, 2 strikes. Doesn't have to offer Luca anything too good to hit. Might see a curveball in the dirt here. Curveball left up there. Got to get that pitch down just a little bit more. Almost dropped in for a strike, though. That'll even the count at 2-2. Sets and delivers. Big curveball in there for strike 3. Kind of a lackluster strike 3 looking call. Normally you see a big punch out on strike 3 looking, but ump was going with something more subtle there. The batter was absolutely perplexed. Bamboozled, if you will. Dosa, first pitch fastball, fouled back right to him. Out at first. So that'll be a quick 3 outs for Dosa after letting the leadoff man on. And that'll bring up the TAM batters next inning. Hoffman Joachim will step in the box. First pitch at the knees for a strike. Second pitch fastball, same location, strike 2. Hoffman is 0 for 1 on the day. That ball is grounded softly to third. Easy put out at first. Buxton looking to get the rally started for Tam. Watched a good pitch go by for strike 1. Definitely not a whole lot of first pitch swinging for Tam High. Like to watch a couple pitches. Second pitch fouled back. Tam has been able to work a lot of runners on base despite only having 1 hit this game. There it is, strike 3. That time we get a little bit of a punch out from the ump. I'll bring up Colin Byers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Curveball inside. 2 outs for Byers at the plate. Second pitch swung on. Just under that one on the high fastball. Fastball low at the shins. Another fastball at the knees. This one for a strike, bringing the count even at 2-2. The delivery blooped into center field, but it's going to be deep enough for the center fielder to catch it for out number 3.
Your love, you got that hold over me. As long as I got your love, you know that I'll never leave. When I wanted you to share my life, I had no doubt.
Pitcher hitter Rory Minty comes to the plate. Batting as a lefty. That ball is blooped to left, but Carson Frame will be under it for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Can't really wish for much more as a pitcher. You'd be happy to get 3 of those. Keep the pitch count low. Can't complain about that. Nice curveball to start him off, but just a bit low for ball 1. Dosa with the fastball, that one in there for a strike. Goes back to the fastball, that time it's spiked in the dirt. For the most part, Dosa's been locating really well with the fastball and then coming back with a curveball later in the counts. But the fastball's been really effective for him. Curveball he's left up a few times, hasn't been punished yet for it. There's the high fastball. Popped up to second baseman, way up there. But Colin Lamb handles it for out number 2. So 2 outs, 2 flyouts. That'll bring Christian to the plate, number 26. Batting in the 8 spot. That pitch taken for a ball. 2-0's the count. Dosa looking to work fast here, but Christian is taking his sweet time. Fastball on the corner. The 2-1 high. That would be the third ball. 1 strike. Swung on and swung through. First strike 2. Full count for Caden Dosa here with 2 outs. And the payoff pitch. In there for strike 3. Christian thought he had it. He was already halfway to first base when the call was made. But he'll have to turn around.
Buffalo soldier, treated like a Rasta. It was a buffalo soldier in the heart of America, stolen from Africa, born to America, fighting an arrival, fighting for survival. I mean it when I analyze the state. To me it makes a lot of
Always be nice.
Carson Frame will step in to lead off the inning. First pitch fouled back. Looking to jump on that first pitch. Off speed, off the plate, away. Another nice off speed. Saying that Carson went around on that swing. Thought he might have held up, but too close to call. Not for the ump, though. He made the call. 2-1's the count. That ball just barely off the plate. Rory wanted it. That was the 70th pitch for Rory Minty. That curveball is smashed to the first baseman, but a full extension leaping play from the first baseman. Great play on that ball. Robbed him of a single, or maybe extra bases.
tap, 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 tap. Give it head taps, man, tap, tap, tap. They said that they were with it, but it's cap, cap, cap. Aiming at your fitted, push it back, back, back.
First pitch off the plate for a ball. On deck will be the top of the order. That'll bring the count even to 1-1. Nice curveball. Colin Lamb calls time. Asking for his batting gloves. Batting glove singular. Just the one on the left hand. A surprising amount of Redwood players are not wearing batting gloves today. You don't see a ton of that. Fastball low. Makes the count 2-1. The 2-1 is low. That'll be ball 3. No one warming up at the moment in the Redwood bullpen, but Rory does have a decent pitch count up at around 75 pitches. Fastball high in there at the shoulders. Or not the shoulders, you know. Letter high. Good swing on that ball, put in play. Almost another leaping grab on the right side of the infield, but that one's able to get through for a single. And that'll bring up Jake Moore. Jake Moore steps in with a runner on and one gone. Nice curveball for strike one. Able to steal one at the knees. Another curveball, this one fouled back. It's been 5 innings of stellar pitching on both sides. Only 5 total hits, 2 total runs. It's been a pitching dominant day so far. But Jake Moore puts a good swing on that one. It's a little undercut, and it's going to die in center field. Colin Lamb is not tagging, and Matteo Bellissimo will come to the plate. Surely they're not thinking about walking Matteo again. That would move the runner over. It doesn't look like they will. Matteo puts a good cut on that one to right field. The outfielder's not there, and it's going to get down. Colin Lamb's hustling around third. There's going to be no play at the plate, at least not a competitive one. And Colin Lamb is in there, and Matteo Bellissimo picks up the RBI double. That'll fire up the squad. So just as I mentioned it, talking about the gridlock and the stellar pitching, Tam is able to break it up and get another run across. Good swing by Caden Dosa there on a high fastball. Looking to jump on the pitch early in the count. Dosa's seen the most pitches of any batter today, despite only having one AB. Was able to work a 10-plus pitch at bat in his last at bat. Looks like Bernstein might be making a change. And they'll be subbing out Matteo Bellissimo for the pitch runner Colin Day at second base. I am unclear on the pinch running rules, so he might be able to remain in the game. But typically first basemen do not get courtesy runners, so that'll be interesting. The delivery, curveball, bounce to short. The throw is there in time for out number 3. Jack Firestein takes the bump here in the 6th inning. You can make an argument that he's been the best pitcher in all of Marin County this year. Sporting a .5 ERA, just an absurd stat.
I would say it's less of an argument and more of a fact. Personal opinion, but...
There you hear the voice of Austin Moore joining me in the booth today.
Yes,
here for the last 2 innings.
But Jack Firestein has been more than impressive all year.
Oh,
Lights
yeah.
out pitching. Oh.
That ball is hit into center. Good piece of hitting right there by number 23. Firestein is a bit of a pitch-to-contact pitcher, you know. He doesn't have a problem with you putting the ball in play, but he'll never give you too much of a solid contact, solid swing on the ball.
What's going on here, Ezra?
There's going to be a pitch runner at first base, hoping to get some speed on the base paths. In a close game like this, every inch counts, every foot. So they're hoping that this runner will offer them a better chance at scoring coming around the base paths. Firestein delivers. The bunt is laid down. Blau's going to go for the out at first. So that will advance the runner over to second. But it'll come at the cost of 1 out. Let's take a second to look at the stats of Jack Firestein. So he has that .51 ERA in 12 appearances. 1 save. I know he has a ton of innings. Let's see. He has 27 innings, the second most on the team, despite not really having many starts. He's mostly been out of the bullpen. Here he's going to have the favorable lefty-lefty matchup. Big curveball started off, and that's going to be in there for a strike. What do you think of that pitch, Austin?
I
Moore?
think it's a beautiful pitch. I
Right?
think it's amazing.
That first pitch surprise gotcha curveball.
I think it is always terrifying to face the likes of Cole McGowan, UC Irvine commit. This kid has dominated Little League all the way up through the ranks up to high school. So
I
interesting
never got the
situation
chance
here.
to play with him in Little League. I was over in San Francisco, but
I
I'll
was
take your word
I was
for
on
it.
his team like every year. Definitely carried me a little bit.
Okay, all right. See if Firestein can handle him here with a runner in scoring position. Count is 0-1. An emergency hack on that pitch. I'm not sure if that pitch would have hit him if he weren't to swing there. But that'll bring the count to 0-2. McGowan steps back in. Sure that that ball didn't feel good on the hands. Definitely choked him up. Firestein makes a move to second. Runner in there easily. I'm assuming since he was put in as a pinch runner that he has some speed at second. And with that speed, a single into the outfield could be enough to tie this game up. Big curveball gets away from him. There's going to be a play at third, though.
Oh, close one.
Close one, but the ball came out of the glove of Hoffman Joachim. So he will be safe at third. I think with that great carom off the backstop, Blau had a chance at the runner at third. And the tag was applied in time, in my opinion, but ball just barely popped out. Count is 1-2. I'm sure that'll be scored as a wild pitch. And a great challenge fastball right by Cole McGowan for strike 3.
Just another example of that Jack Firestein magic.
Yeah, he really doesn't, throw the hardest in the league, but the location, the timing, the precision makes for a lethal pitcher, especially the curveball mix he has going. That 12-6 curveball is just nasty. So when you're sitting curveball, or you have to be at least thinking about the curveball, it's hard to get around to that fastball. There's the big curveball. Gets away from him a bit. So that's 2 curveballs in a row that he hasn't quite controlled. He's going to have to find that pitch, especially if we're going to see him for the 7th inning. He sometimes goes a 2nd inning after being the setup guy. Kind of sets up himself for the close. Could also see Will Shine or Harley Escherman. There's a great fastball. Fouled off for a strike. That kind of pitch will make you take a lap. Jack stares in for the sign. He likes it. The 1-1. Big curveball. Chopped down the left field line. Foul. Firestein in a huge spot here. 2 outs, runner on third. Just off the outside part of the plate with that curveball. Two's the count.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Big pitch coming.
That curveball is lightly tapped to the first baseman, but Mateo fubs it, and the run will score to tie the game. Would have been a tough play at first regardless, with Mateo moving away from first and Firestein covering the bag as the pitcher, but certainly would have had a chance on it if it was fielded cleanly. Mateo did a good job of just getting to the ball, but couldn't quite field it cleanly. Firestein's going to have to focus in here. Squares around a bunt. but pulls it back for a strike looking. If I had to guess, I don't think that'll be an earned run based on the series of events. Nice curveball, but just off the plate. Looks like he's got a better feel for the curveball now than he did earlier in the inning.
It's amazing the amount of break that Firestein can generate on those pitches.
Nasty. Also, the 12-6 movement, it has no movement really across the plate. It's just straight down, sharp break. Gotta appreciate a pitch like that.
Gotta love some good 12-6 movement.
There it is, first strike. Brings the count to 1-2. Assuming that last run was not earned, Firestein has only allowed 2 earned runs all year. Pretty crazy for a full season. He also leads the team in strikeouts with 36. His K per 9 must be out of this world. Hasn't allowed a double, hasn't allowed a triple. Runner gets back there easily. Sometimes the lefty has the advantage on a pickoff move to first, but Firestein hasn't caught in a whole lot of runners at first this year. Nice curveball. Tapped weakly to center field. Jake's under it for out number 3. So 1 run comes across to tie the game up, but the damage is limited in a great inning from Firestein.
Play. Sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Kane is in the building.
Yeah. Alright, the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see sun? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Alright, the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see sun? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. If you ever had the feeling that you was being had, don't let that make you mad. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho, H to the OV. I used to move snowflakes by the I guess even back then you can call me CEO of the
Charlie Blau steps in as the leadoff man. First pitch of the inning. Low in the dirt with the curveball. Blau batting .226 on the year. Fastball chopped to short. Fielded easily for the putout. That'll bring Hoffman to the plate. Never really took Hoffman for a heavy metal guy until I heard his walk-up song. But whatever gets you going.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Hard fastball, first pitch swinging. for the put out on
Looking
the right
into
field line.
sun. Didn't matter. Now, if we're following on the theme of walk-up songs, I think Mr. Bombastic might be the most perfect walk-up song for Tyler Buxton.
Yeah, you think it's fitting?
I think it's perfect.
I enjoy it. I think it's a good selection. I'd say Mateo might have the best on the team with
Sure.
Ohio. Or maybe Blau, the Jay-Z, Blueprint 2. Buxton fouls that pitch back for strike 2. Big cut on that pitch. Two outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Redwood does have someone warming up in the bullpen. That curveball gets away from Rory. Rory is up at 90 pitches now. Typically, you don't see high school pitchers go much past 90. Sometimes they will get close to 100, but not very common. So I'm sure we'll see the reliever soon. But it looks like he's early in his warm-up sequence, so I don't think he'll be ready to go for a little bit. So Rory's going to have to finish this inning off most likely.
I'm
Count is
Rory
2-2.
will be feeling the results of this game for the next week.
Yeah, might be a little sore. Gonna need an extra day's rest. Buxton chops that one down, foul. That ball's off the plate to make the count full. Fouled off there. This is no good. I'm having a hard time finding the walk-up songs on here. I also control the sound system. It's almost like they just disappeared out of nowhere.
Staying alive again. I don't want to speak too soon, but it seems like not much is getting past Buxton right now.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of staying alive for sure. Puts a good swing on that one, but it's going to be skied to center field for out number 3.
With everything going on in the game, I think this is shaping up to be quite the 7th inning.
Most definitely.
Que me voy para Asunción, préndeme, préndeme el mechón, que me voy para Obregón. el mechón, que me voy pa' Nueva York. Préndeme el mechón, que me voy pa' Nuevo León. Mamá, el mechón, préndeme el mechón, prende el mechón, préndeme el mechón.
Firestein stays on the bump for Tam High this inning. First pitch, called a ball.
Got him swinging on the second pitch. Fouled straight back.
That'll bring the count to 1-1. Jessen is at the plate, 0 for 1 today. Nice curveball, catches the outside part of the plate for strike 2. Really nice curveball there.
As a hitter, that is not something I would want to face.
Certainly not.
Ooh. Staying alive swing, mid contact. Enough to extend the count.
Good emergency hack. Fastball gets away from him there in the opposite batter's box. 2-2. See if he attacks with that curveball here. Goes fastball, pop to right.
Looking into the sun. No problem.
Fielded nicely and right. That looks like it was Tyler Buxton out there. That'll bring Rory Minty to the plate for Redwood with 1 down. Firestein sets. First pitch fastball at the knees for strike 1. Beautiful heater at the knees right there. Can't really get much better location than that, low and outside. Nice curveball, but just a tad low. Don't know how Rory held up on that one. Maybe it just wasn't the pitch he was looking for. I'd be swinging the garden hose at that one. Wouldn't make contact, but I'd be trying to. Fastball dribbled to the first baseman. Mateo should be there well in time for out number 2.
You gotta wonder, Ezra, does being a pitcher help you as a batter? Using that psychology to maybe think about
I
it?
think it makes a smarter batter, not necessarily a more talented batter. Same thing with a catcher, you know. Catchers are typically pretty disciplined at the plate just because they have that game knowledge. But if you're a PO, like a lot of the TAM pitchers, they're not really practicing that. That ball is grounded to the second and put out for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Jack Firestein. Great, fantastic, amazing inning.
Jumping that, summing that, jumping that, jumping that fire, jumping that, hitting that fire, jumping that whip, jumping that, jumping that.
through the progress. Tongue tied when the truth is an object. What's the pros and the cons of this next check? Wasn't nobody found, I was independent. In a 97 bomb with the windows tinted. Had a bomb, got a strap in the party. Who the f like this in a party? Beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up. I was seeing double in the projects, mad at myself when I put it to the side. Mama had to cater for the coupe that we rode after school on the way to Popeyes. And wanna play both sides, it's a red dot, don't get on the wrong red eye. It's a headshot, then we can't woo them guys. Round and back, two of them guys. I'm OD in Paris, I'm OD in France. I thought that I told you I need the advance. Put down your IG and look through my lens. $1 million to grandma, who did I offend? The girl of your dreams, to me is a fan. I netted to me and did a little dance. In the world, I was in my pants. My Uncle G told me that I had a chance. So then I popped out and did it again, and did it again, and did it again. I cannot respect them, I did it again. Advice from the council, let nobody in. Been swerving through rumors, avoiding the trends. And ducking the hoes, I'm ducking the loony that come with the shows. I'm grateful to man, he opened up doors. They buck on their tour bus to come and compose. I reached to the throne.
There's calls.
Yeah.
Before we start this inning, I want to give a special thanks to the TAMI Boosters and the TAMI Foundation for bringing you a live streaming in TAM TV.
Always appreciative. Colin Byer steps in here for Tam. Takes the first pitch at the knees for a strike. Now pitching for Redwood Solya. Second pitch is high for a ball. He has a fantastic ERA of 1.4. But somehow his win-loss record is 0-2. So something's not adding up. Maybe he's just gotten in some unlucky situations. Byers swings through that inside pitch.
I think as a reliever, too, it's also harder to record a win because your team
Sure,
generally has to
yeah.
come back. But so sometimes that stat doesn't necessarily reflect.
Yeah, as a reliever, the win-loss doesn't mean really as much about how you did, more about what situation you're put in. And Byers swings through that one for out number one.
And that will bring up Carson Frank.
Carson Frame takes the first pitch high for a ball. The crowd is most definitely into it now. Getting very excited.
Ooh,
Swings through that one for strike one.
big swing.
Looking to do damage with that.
I'm sure the heart rate isn't exactly low, given the provided situation.
Oh yeah, definitely an intense spot for Carson Frame. But he's handled these spots well in the past. He does have a walk-off home run on the year.
Beautiful discipline as well to take those 3 outside pitches.
Yeah, great job laying off there. Hoping to bring Charlie Blau to the plate. All right, take that back. It looks like it's Colin Day on deck.
Inside pitch.
And he takes that.
Great at-bat by Carson, putting this team in a great situation.
Colin Lamb steps in.
It's a good eye.
One runner on, one runner out in the 7th inning. Game is tied 2-2. Colin looks to bunt here. Corners are in.
Puts it down.
Gets it down. It's going to be
Beautiful
close. Great sacrifice bunt.
A little scary at the end there. Carson slipping out second base, but no problem on that recovery.
Jake Moore's going to get a shot here with a runner on second and 2 outs. It all comes down to Jake here. Either that or we're going to extras.
Just look at that swagger of Jake Moore coming in. Chapman commit. He knows the situation. He's been here 100 times.
Big time.
You can feel it. Ready to show what he's about.
First pitch, curveball in the dirt.
Again, these TAM hitters have shown some good discipline. Not taking anything.
Yes, they've done really well this inning to not help out the new pitcher, Soye. Only swung at pitches they can hit.
Oh. Beautiful curveball. And Jay calls time. I think if you're the Tamalpais High School baseball team, you don't want anybody else up at the plate right now.
Agreed. That's called a strike. 1-2. Trying to work on getting these walk-up songs figured out. The whole system crashed. Not good.
Two strikes, 2 outs, tie game, bottom of the 7th. Doesn't get much bigger than this.
That ball is on the outside corner for a ball. Could have gone either way. Signals that it was just off the plate.
The pitcher, visibly, unhappy with the call. Great discipline by Jake.
Understandable. If you're Jake here, though, you got to battle. If you see that pitch again, you got to swing on that pitch. Too close to leave.
He wants what he likes, though.
The payoff in the dirt. That'll bring the count to full. You wouldn't be mad at a walk here. That would bring up the dangerous hitter, Mateo. The payoff pitch. Curveball ripped to right field. They might send the runner. He's coming home. It's going to be close at the plate. And he's out. We're going to extras. That's the second time they've made that call. He's clearly under the tag. Bernstein's going to have a word with him. Great piece of hitting from Jake Moore to make it close at the plate. Looks like we might see Tyler Buxton this inning on the mound.
Big call to end the 7th inning.
Jack Firestein's coming out for another one. You folks on TAM TV have access to replays. You let us know if you thought he was safe. Definitely a close one.
Regardless of the result, that was a beautiful play by Jake Moore to give his team a chance. Can't ask for much more than that. And Tam will be happy to be there to fight another inning.
There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
Firestein's going to step in here, looking to shut down Redwood's offense for a third straight inning. Watching back on replay, it looks like the throw was certainly at the plate on time, but the catcher yet again missed the tag. So I think Carson was in there on time, got underneath the tag, and the tag was applied late on his back. Again, if it was a good tag and applied right away, he would have been out, but I guess that was some confusion for the ump. That ball is skied to left field. It's going to be the center fielder, Jake Moore's ball, for out number 1.
Echoing back on what you said, that's just a tough call.
It's a tough call. I mean, if you're the ump, you're seeing what arrives there first. You see the ball gets there before the runner, but you really got to be watching for that tag to see if it's applied in time. But bang, bang play. Can't hold that one against him. I mean, the first one was not so bang, bang. I mean, it was a little bit more obvious. But that one could have gone either way. That ball is hit well to right field. It's going to drop in there. Should have been a single, but it gets by Tyler Buxton. That's going to be a double. Now he's going for 3. And he is in there at third base with a triple. So with one out, we have a runner at third. Could have just been a runner at first. And now it looks like Jack Firestein might be exiting the game. Either that or just a little talk. And they will be bringing in the new pitcher. Oh, maybe not. I thought I saw Bernstein motion to the bullpen. Definitely not surprised if they leave Firestein in. Kind of the premier guy you want in right now.
That's a tough play from the outfield. Looking straight into the sun, high bounce off the unpredictable grass. Just unfortunately bounced the wrong way.
Definitely not an ideal situation.
But nothing you can do but move on.
Yep, next play mentality. Firestein's going to go lefty on righty here. There's a pitch out. I mean, I don't know what you're pitching out about there. You're not really expecting a runner to steal home. Maybe Blau just caught it in a pitch out manner. Maybe it wasn't a designed pitch out. Firestein with the second pitch. That's a pitch out. I guess they're thinking bunt. Okay. That's interesting. I like the idea. You don't really mind if a runner reaches on a walk here. You have 2 open bases, and then you put the double play ball in check. So I wouldn't be surprised if they give the batter absolutely nothing to hit here.
It's an interesting play from a coaching perspective.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I like it a little bit. They go with it again. He's taking all the way there. I think maybe a better option would just be the curveball spiked in the dirt. But I guess also you don't want a wild pitch and then the run to score. So there's the curveball. They're going to have a play at the plate. And he is out by a mile. Played perfectly by Hoffman at third base. A clutch tag at home plate by Charlie Blau for out number 2. So the sacrifice bunt is unsuccessful. So far today, Redwood has lived and died by the bunt, attempting more bunts than I've ever seen in a high school baseball game.
That was beautifully executed all the way through. Great pitch by Jack Firestein. Great decision. Quick decision by Caden Dosa. And to finish it through with that tag from Charlie Blau. Can't ask for much more.
First pitch is off the plate. Jack Firestein has that arm side run on all of his fastballs. Made that pitch a close one, but still just off the plate. Couldn't come back enough.
We have Redwood's Cole McGowan facing the plate with a 1-0 count.
Last time he struck out against Firestein. This time he grounds it, but Mateo's feet are just out foul. So this will be a foul ball.
Mateo tried to toe tap that foul ball line like a football catch.
Yeah, it also mattered if the last bounce was in play. It looked like the last bounce was fair, but...
And another one of those plays could have gone either way. So McGowan will now face a 1-1 count. We'll see what Firestein can do here.
Fastball in there for a strike.
Beautifully painted the corners.
Late call by the ump there. I wonder if he was influenced by the cheering from the Tam High side. Has blown a, I don't want to say blown a couple calls, but had some controversial ones for sure. Runner's going. That ball's fouled high down the right field line. But it's going to be just out the reach of 3 Tam High players. Cole McGowan still looking for his first hit on the day. Firestein not typically a bulk inning kind of guy, but he's throwing a lot of pitches here. He's throwing nearly 40 through 3 innings, or 2 2/3.
He's held up strong.
Fastball in the outside corner for strike 3 looking. Great, masterful pitching from Jack Firestein to get out of the jam and keep this game tied at 2 runs apiece.
Beautiful situation by the Tam defense. Tam pitching could not ask for much more, and that will bring us out to the bottom of the 8th. Shaping up to be an exciting finish.
Just a small town girl, living in a lonely world. He took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, a smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night.
Almost an ideal leadoff guy here in Mateo Bellissimo. Definitely the guy to get the rally started.
Now, as I remember what I said last inning about
Takes a cut on the first pitch and just misses it. It's skied to center. Center fielder charging hard,
view.
but the second baseman will make the play on that one. And that'll bring Caden Dosa to the plate.
Good adjustments by the second baseman to get that through.
A second in my lifeline told me in my lifetime my name will help light up the Chicago skyline, and that's why
Dosa comes in with 1 out. Watches a curveball go by for a strike. Another curveball, this one away for a ball.
pitch that could have gone either way. Dosa faces a 1-1 count.
That one off the plate by a good amount for ball 2. Almost goes on that one, but able to hold up on the pitch way out of the zone. A real hitter's count here. Caden can pick and choose on what pitch he wants to hit here. He's going to sit on one pitch, and if he gets it, he'll be firing. On deck, we have Charlie Blau. Fastball off the plate for ball 4.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is O. H to the OV. I used to move snowflakes by the hump. I guess even back then you can call me CEO of the
It is going to be 1 on and 1 out for Charlie Blau.
The pitcher is visited by a shortstop.
Yeah, had a quick word.
I'm assuming
Tuning some things up. Was a little wild in that last at bat.
maybe trying to help him calm down a little bit.
Certainly.
Certainly a big situation.
First pitch in their first strike.
I've been thoroughly impressed by the TAM hitters' discipline for the past few innings. Big situation, but not getting too trigger happy.
Definitely. It's easy to just go up there swinging at everything when you want to hit the game-winning shot. But they've been very disciplined. You see Caden drawing a walk there when you know he's thinking about ending this game. But able to get the next guy up at the plate. That's good team hitting.
One batter at a time.
On deck, we'll have Hoffman. Blau takes that one.
Thinks about it, but again with that good discipline.
Yeah, able to keep the hands back just enough to not swing. He's got that catcher's eye. Definitely helps at the plate.
Faces a 2-1 count. Swings at that.
Big rip. Swings through it. I'll make the count even at 2-2. Pitcher sets. Runner goes, and that ball is spiked. He'll be in there easy at second. Caden Dosa fired up after that stolen base. Blau now has an opportunity with a 3-2 count and a runner in scoring position, but it looks like there's going to be a pitching change.
Pitching change with a 3-2 count.
I take it back. There will not be a pitching change. Just checking in on him. There's not even anyone warming up in the bullpen. Just a quick word.
That's a big decision by the Redwood coaches. All or nothing. Or I guess with the game scenario, it is all or nothing.
Yeah, they're saying finish this inning or else.
All Tam needs is for Dosa to gain 2 more bases, and that'll be it.
3-2 count.
Blood pressure is
Pitcher
high.
has shaken off 3 pitches in a row. Didn't like any of them. There, he likes that one. The payoff pitch. In the dirt. Ball 4. And Caden's going.
That's it.
I wonder if there was some form of interference there with Blau's bat being thrown. But ump doesn't see it.
Not intentional.
Bernstein's looking to make a substitution here. Maybe a pinch runner. I like that. Charlie Blau gets a courtesy runner being the catcher. So he'll be able to stay in the game as Owen Dasovich runs for him. Everyone on the infield for Redwood playing in as Hoffman steps into the batter's box. You got corners in and middle in.
Tam makes a substitution to throw Owen Dasovic at first base. You have to assume he's stealing.
Dasovic is going. They choose not to throw down. Here's a situation where if you put a ball deep in the outfield, just put a good swing on the ball, that could be the game. You got solid speed on third with Caden Dosa. Ooh, and that one almost hits the head of Hoffman.
Quick thinking by Hoffman.
Yeah, it just jumps out of the way of that one.
That was scary.
Leans out of the way. Didn't have time to jump.
Hoffman faces a 2-0 count. 1 out on the game.
2 runners in scoring position. 1 out. That ball is away. 3-0. The pitcher is working with the open base, so doesn't have to come in here. Could choose to face Tyler Buxton next.
No pitchers in the bullpen. He's finishing out the game.
Yeah, it's him or no one at this point. That one's in there for strike 1.
Hitters count. Big situation.
Huge. You can feel the tension in the air. Pitcher sets.
Everybody's up on their
The
feet.
3-1.
Takes it.
Fouls it back to the backstop. That'll bring the count to full.
Does not get much bigger than this. Let's see what Hoffman can do here.
Pitcher sets. Curveball low for ball 4. And that'll bring to the plate junior Tyler Buxton.
That's that.
Just like a silk, soft and cuddly, hug me up like a quilt. I'm a lyrical lover, now take me pin up with
Bernstein having a word with his hitter and the on-deck guy, Colin Byers.
can't you tell? I'm just like a turtle crawling out of my shell. Can you captivate my body, put me under a spell? With your couscous perfume, I love your sweet smell. You're the young girl who can ring my drum and I can take you.
We continue to see amazing discipline from these 10 hitters. 3-2 count, game on the line. I'm sure most hitters would want to put the game in their hands, but
Hoffman able to take that pitch. Great job. Really impressive.
Bombastic.
Good take by Buxton on the high pitch. Pitcher on the mound, Soye, continues to be a little wild. Having a hard time controlling any of the pitches he's throwing, fastball or off speed. Not sure if he really has a pitch he can go to that he's confident with right now. Fastball again high for ball 2. With the bases loaded, the last thing you want to do is get behind in the count. You really just want to jump ahead early, but now you're risking walking the walk-off man home. That pitch is high again, 3-0. So it's a strike or nothing here for Soye. Buxton knows he's going to get a good pitch. And this is a very interesting decision to make the moment mount even more. Now all he's thinking in his head is strike, 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 strike.
Yeah.
That's all he's got to do.
You
But
wonder whether the mound visit is helpful or harmful.
I'd be surprised if Buxton's swinging here, though. I think it's probably take all the way in a 3-0 count with the bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th. And the pitch. In there, first strike, so he's able to do it. Throws a strike when he needs to. And yeah, I think Buxton was taking all the way there. Never thought about swinging at that one. He's got to do it again. Another strike here for Soye. And it's high. That's the ball game. Soye walks the winning run home, and Caden Dosa scores.
And a big celebration.
That's the
Tampa
game.
Bishops pouring out. Walk off walk. Wow.
You don't see a ton of those. Maybe a teensy bit anticlimactic, But a win's a win, a walk-off's a walk-off, and they're going to celebrate. So big win for TAM on Game 1 of the series. The series deciding game will be played at Redwood later this week. Thank you for joining us on TAM TV. Have a good rest of your night.